This is Debbie Jones, and I thought, based on everything that's going on and the fact that you're probably home and maybe you're a little bit bored, that you might want to have a little time with me so I could read a book to you. I'm a grandma and I have 4 grandchildren, and I hope they're listening. And I wanted to read a book that was my very favorite when I was 5 years old. This is called Henry in Lollipop Land. I loved this book. My mom read it to me every night. Do you have a book like that where you just want them to read it over and over again? So I'm going to read the book to you, but before I do, I wanted to let you know a couple other things. I think they're fun. I've been doing them for a long time. I love tea, and I have my tea cozy here that my daughter made for me, and then I have my teapot. Today, my husband and I are drinking apricot tea. Did you know they come in all different flavors? So you get a nice cup, you make tea, and you sit in a nice spot, and you have your tea, and you have your book, and then you read it. So let's read Henry in Lollipop Land, okay? It's a really old book. It took me a long time to find it. Henry was thinking about what he wanted to be when he grew up. He was thinking so hard that he forgot to say good morning to his friends, the flowers and the trees and the birds. He's thinking. You see? There's Henry. Officer Smith has a nice job, thought Henry. Sometimes it's exciting, too. It's a police officer. And lots of boys and girls would like to be a fireman like Mr. Green and ride on a big red truck. Here's the picture for the policeman and the fireman. See? My husband's a fireman. It was quite an exciting career. Henry sighed a big sigh. Daddy would like me to be a lawyer and carry a briefcase and look as important as Mr. Jones. Mommy wishes that I could be a doctor like Dr. Brown and carry a little black bag and keep folks well. There's the doctor and the lawyer. Would you like to do that when you grow up? Maybe it'd be nice to be an airplane pilot like Captain Peters and travel all around the world in a big airplane, Henry thought. Or it might be better to be the skipper of a ship, like Captain Davy, a big ship that travels back and forth across the ocean. There's the airplane and there's the big ship. Lots of people on both those vehicles, right? Henry stopped to look at a sign that told about the circus. Maybe I'll become a clown and do funny things to make children laugh, said Henry to himself. And Henry went on his way, thinking and thinking. His face looked so funny that his friend Henrietta smiled when she passed by. Henry was so busy thinking that he didn't even see Henrietta. So here's the clown, and here's Henrietta, and Henry walking right by her. He must be thinking a lot. Henry walked so far and thought so much that he became tired. I'll sit and rest under this tree, said Henry. It was so peaceful and quiet under the big tree that Henry's eyes began to droop. He's getting sleepy. Henry's head nodded and nodded until his chin was resting on his chest. There he is, resting. But suddenly Henry opened his eyes very wide. All the trees around him were changing their colors. One tree was bright red, the other was yellow, and another tree had stripes like candy cane. Henry rubbed his eyes. Now the trees were changing their shapes, too. Their trunks became thinner, and their leaves and branches formed a circle. The trees looked like giant lollipops, thought Henry. I must be dreaming. As Henry watched, the trees became smaller and smaller. Soon they were no taller than Henry. Then they started to march toward him. The lollipops made a circle around Henry. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? Look at all the lollipops. Wow. And a red lollipop said, we know what you're thinking about, Henry, and we've come to help you. When you grow up, we want you to make children happy just the way we do. How do you make children happy, said Henry. All the lollipops joined hands and sang, candy on a stick, come now, Henry, don't you want a lick? Henry walked slowly over to the red lollipop and tasted it. Said Henry, cherry. That's right, the red lollipop said. I'm made from the juice of plump, ripe cherries. Oh, forgot to show you the picture. Can't forget that. There they are. Cherry lollipop. And what's the next page? Henry walked over to the yellow lollipop and tasted it. Yummy, said Henry, smiling. Lemon. Ah, but sweet lemon, said the yellow lollipop, because lots of sugar is mixed in with the lemon juice. Henry tasted a purple lollipop. Said Henry. Grape. Yes, said the grape lollipop. I get my color and flavor from big, juicy grapes. See that? It's purple. See that? Henry tasted another lollipop. You taste like an orange, he said. That's right, said the orange lollipop. I'm made from the juice of oranges. Yum, yum, said Henry when he tasted the green lollipop. Delicious. I'm made from lime, said the green lollipop proudly. So here's the orange and here's the lime. Lime kind of tastes a lot like lemon to me. Does it taste like that to you? All the lollipops laughed and danced around Henry again. This time they sang, Henry likes us, all children do. When Henry grows up, he'll sell us too. Then a striped lollipop said, Henry, did you ever think of selling lollipops when you grow up? Think of all the children you would make happy. No, said Henry, licking his lips happily, but it's a yummy idea. I'll wear a big white hat and an apron, laughed Henry. I'll gather fresh fruit every day. So here's the lollipop singing, and there's Henry gathering the fruit. Do you see? I'll mix all the fruit juices in a snow white kitchen, and I'll make lollipops of every shape and flavor. This is a really cool picture. Look at all the lollipops that he's making. Some of them are even different shapes. Do you see the different shape lollipops? Then I'll go from town to town selling lollipops to all the boys and girls. And I'll sell a lollipop to a policeman, and one to a fireman, and one to a lawyer, and one to a doctor, and one to an airplane pilot, and one to the captain of a ship, and one to a funny clown. Here he comes. He's got a little cart. See that? Selling all his lollipops to everyone. And everyone will be happy, and I will be happy too, because I will be Henry the Lollipop Man. See that book? Wasn't that a fun book? You just never know what's going to happen when you grow up. And all of you one day will grow up, and maybe you will be like someone in one of these pages. And I want to thank you for listening in today, and I hope you have a really good day. God bless you.